some of the signs of human trafficking? I'm Jill Horner. This is Comcast Newsmakers. With me is Stephanie Shantz-Stiver. She is the Human Trafficking Advocate for the Network of Victim Assistance, or NOVA. Thanks so much for being with us.
Thank you for having me here today.
You say that human trafficking happens on a daily basis. It's happening right here in our local communities, but let's define what we're talking about. There are different types of human trafficking.
Absolutely. So human trafficking is the exploitation of someone, whether it's through compelled labor, trafficking, or commercial sexual acts in which there has to be some kind of force, fraud, or coercion, or if if someone is under the age of 18 years old.
So this is happening on a daily basis throughout our region, and you say that many people don't even recognize the signs of human trafficking.
Absolutely, and there are so many different kinds of signs, just from physical indicators to just their work and living conditions. So some examples of some physical indicators that can be seen is that they could have various bruises and wounds that are in different healing stages. That there could be signs of sexual assaults that may have happened, or if they've talked about sexual assault, lack of health care, serious dental problems, or even just they seem malnourished. And then some of the working and living conditions is when you're coming across someone who can't speak for themselves. They have someone else that's with them who's constantly talking for them. That they have little to no possessions, that they don't know the area that they're even in. Even down to even certain tattoos. A lot of these pimps or traffickers are tattooing their names on these women and children or men, or even signs such as stars, dollar signs, or some kind of branding. So there are many forms of indicators that can be out there.
And you as an organization are working to make a difference for victims of human trafficking. There's also the Bucks County Coalition Against Trafficking, or BCAT.
Yep.
What's the role of this coalition?
So the biggest thing is identifying these victims, community education, educating law enforcement, hospitals, mental health facilities, drug and alcohol facilities, so that they can know these indicators and how we can help them. Also through legal advocacy of being able to go to our legislative to hopefully start new bills to help these victims, as well as wanting to see more arrests and prosecution of these traffickers.
And you're also working to help victims themselves. What are some of the ways in which you're working to assist victims?
Absolutely. So we receive referrals when there is a concern that someone has been a victim or could possibly be a victim, and we do assessments to, find out if they, truly are victims, getting them out to the community resources, putting in referrals for drug and alcohol. That's the biggest thing that we see now, especially with the opioid epidemic that's happening. A lot of these women and men are getting sucked in because of that, as well as being a legal advocate for them if they're going through the criminal justice system. And unfortunately, these they are getting these charges of prostitution. So we're looking at these charges and hoping to make a referral to the Villanova Law Projects in hopes of getting those charges vacated or expunged off their records.
And if someone does suspect a victim of human trafficking, or they see some of these signs, can they reach out for more information about potentially helping victims?
Absolutely. They can contact NOVA. We have a hotline, as well as local law enforcement. That's the biggest thing, of keeping law enforcement involved as well.
Thanks so much for being with us.
Thank you so much for having me here.
We've been talking with Stephanie Shantz-Stiver. She's a human trafficking advocate for NOVA. I'm Jill Horner.